Howdy, howdy, check, check. Microphone check, 1, 2, what is this? It's your boy Ramen here. I'm back. I know I haven't checked in for a while. It's been pretty hectic out here. And I was going to make this really long post on Facebook explaining all the shit that's going on, what I got cooking. But I suck at typing and I hate typing. And it's really annoying, and I figured it'd be easier to do a video so you can see my ugly mug. Yeah, so basically started a new section. I'm in NorCal. Shit's been going fucking amazing, but let me rewind though. Before I hit NorCal, going through northeast Yosemite, which people who know the area, it's, let's see here, Sonora Pass to Tuolumne Meadows. Like, I bonked so hard. Like, I hit a freaking wall out there. And yeah, that area was really steep trails, but there's no excuse trail wise why I just conked out as hard as I did. Like, it was tough. My body just said no. Like, I couldn't do anymore. And then after a few days of that, I just started getting in my own head about what was going on. Like, I struggle bus to get like 15-mile days, which should have been easy, super easy for me. Like, on all the uphills, both trekking poles, just digging in, just pulling myself up, everything, like all day long. It was tough. Like, I don't know why my body shut down like that. Yeah, and like I was saying, I got kind of a little mental about it. It got in my head. I thought I was on a permanent decline as far as like what kind of shape I was in. So I thought my trip was done. I was like, it hurts, everything hurts. I get to camp, I'm just done. I just lay there, I can't move. It was weird. Like, and I was eating a lot, so I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's a certain deficiency in my diet or something. I'm trying to get more protein in me now. I need to start buying protein bars and hit those on the clock. I think that made a big difference. They're just expensive. That's the shitty part. And I'm like on a negative budget out here, but we keep trying, we keep plugging away. Yeah, so I came out of Yosemite to South Lake Tahoe, which is technically the start of NorCal, and I was able to get a big 0, like 0 plus 2 Neros, so math-wise, that's damn near 2 days off. And man, I just like pigged out on food there, chilled. I had 2 nights in the hostel. Thank you, Emily, by the way. That was amazing. And then I ended up linking up with a bunch of homies, basically my only homies on trail. I call them Team Yosemite, if you haven't figured that out yet. They're in my previous videos. Those are the homies. They were bugging out the same day I pulled in town, so got with them, which is really cool. I haven't seen them for a long time. We got to hang out for a little bit. I borrowed their hair trimmer. Like, CJ, why are you packing around fucking trimmers? She got a whole ass Conair kit, like, and she does hair on trail. She's boss level hair dyeing. Yeah, she's really good at that. She dyes people's hair, beard, haircuts, whatnot. But anyway, so got a little cleaned up, felt good about myself, got a nice shower, and just reset. And it was weird. I caught the following day when I got back on trail. Rewind. Ended up meeting a couple new homies that were with my buddy Dan, and then they linked me up with the Trail Angel, and I was able to stay a 3rd night in South Lake Tahoe at a Trail Angel's house. Thank you so much for giving me a ride and let me stay at your guys' place, by the way. So the next day they gave me a ride to trail. So that next day started NorCal, and it's weird. Like, I went into it just feeling good and swinging for the fences. Like, I've changed so much. Like, I dumped hella gear in South Lake Tahoe and mailed it out, and then yeah, it was quite a bit lighter. I was able to probably drop 3 pounds by the time I factored in my micro spikes. 3 pounds, which is a lot out here. But yeah, so it was a half a day going into it, and I just cracked out like 12 miles and didn't even start till like 2 o'clock. Just cracked out like 12 miles, stayed at a beautiful lake. It was awesome. And then that night I was thinking, man, I feel so good. Like, I don't want to push myself. I only had a couple days rest, but like, I feel so good. I want to at least challenge myself a little bit. So starting that next day, I put a 20-mile minimum on what I'm doing each day. So I thought I'd try that out for a few days and see how it goes. And I just fucking crushed it. I just like ripped through them. Like, everything was a mid 20. It wasn't like 20.02 and I dropped. Like, I ripped right through mid 20s every single day, and I felt like $1 million when I hit camp. It was weird. Like, and I'm still riding that high. Like, yesterday was a little tougher. I think it's just because I ended on a big fucking hill, giant fucking hill, and there's no water up there, which I knew going into it. It's like the middle of a 10-mile water carry, so I went up that hill carrying 2 liters. And for those who don't know, like, a liter of water is 2-point-something pounds, so I mean, that's a lot of extra weight. But I'm hoping that was it, because when I woke up this morning, even after another bear incident last night, woke up this morning feeling like $1 million. We'll get to the bear incident. Yeah, it was weird. So I just rolled with it. Started up the next day, did like 22, repeat. Next day, 23, repeat. Next day, 21. It was just bing, 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 just smashing it. So I don't know. Like, I don't know what changed. Part of it might be too is just a whole different section. So I feel good about completing the Sierras. Feel good about getting rested up and trying to do the whole new section. Change it up a little bit. The scenery's different, which is cool. Going through a lot of dense forests. Been super pretty. Like, I went across like the tops of like 4 insane ski resorts around Lake Tahoe. So beautiful. We got to see Truckee. Now I'm almost at Sierra City, I think it's called, which I'll slide in tomorrow. But yeah, let me rewind just a little bit. Yeah, on the Sierras, I know. Actually, let me take this back one more step. When I started this trip, I was doing a lot of blog videos. Like, that was kind of the thing or whatever. That's all I knew what to do. I've never videoed before, so I started doing like a daily vlog and blog this, blog that, fucking blog. It's everywhere, and that's what everybody else does, right? I mean, that's exactly. If you Google PCT videos on YouTube, that's what you're gonna find. And like, I don't know, me being an artist, like, it wasn't very creative for me, and I shot all those videos, and I still do to this day, by the way. I have all that footage, because I'm thinking I need to, at a minimum, at least do that, because YouTube's kind of a free server for me to remember this trip by, and like friends and family. But honestly, I wasn't really thrilled with the bloggy stuff, even though you're watching one right now. But it wasn't doing it for me. And then, like, I put out that black and white desert recap movie music video thing, whatever the heck that was. Like, I tried doing a stupid comedy before that and some other shit, but then I put that desert movie out, and I had so much fun editing that movie, even though it took forever. But like, it was so much fun because I was trying to recreate the vibe of what the desert was like to me, and it was really moody. It was tough. It was hard. Like, everybody went through some shit, especially mentally. Like, it would never end. It's the longest section. It's 700 miles, and it's fucking miserable a lot of the days. Like, I'm not gonna say it's not scenic, because it's super beautiful. Like, the desert of Southern California is all mountains, and they're beautiful in their own way. But 700 miles is fucking long time to be looking at that shit, especially when you're super hot, super miserable. You're like, some of the water carries are like 15, 16 miles to the next water, and you're carrying all this water, and like, it sucked, you know. So I wanted to try to recreate. That's what I'm getting at. I wanted to try to recreate that vibe, and I don't understand how people can shoot movies that kind of hit you in the feels, whether that's sad or happy or like I want to know how they make video content and like turn that into emotions when people see it. And I don't know, that's something I was just kind of fucking with, and for whatever reason I feel like that movie just slapped. Like, to this day I'm still getting people asking me about that movie and saying they saw my movie. I kind of became a legend out here off that movie. Like, it created a lot of buzz. Like, my friends pass it around and then those people pass it around to their friends, and now anytime I meet somebody new, and I say my name, they're like, oh shit, you're Top Ramen? Oh, like, I kind of got street cred out here. And not just off the movie, just by being myself, like being my own little character, and all the quirky things that I do on the normal, you know, that's just what people see me as. And then the video content and creating and just trying to be a little weirdo, and that's who I am, you know. At home, that's who I am in life. I'm just a little weirdo, and it clicks out here, so everybody remembers me. And I think that's going to be good going forward with this video stuff. So it really gives me a home to place it, I guess. So but the grand scheme of things, what I was trying to say is, the desert movie popped off. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I plan on doing a little movie video, like music video, whatever that was, for each section. And those of you who have like stayed in tune with what I'm up to, like, you saw me release like a little teaser video for the Sierras, and that popped off too. I mean, that one came together so smooth, so good. Like, it really, for me, kind of recreated like how magical and how mystique and just enormous that place is. Like, it was kind of ridiculous. So I actually started making the movie for that. I only got like the beginning, I don't know, maybe like 2 minutes worth done, but I got so much footage from this year, like so much film, that it's kind of like hard even where to start, dictate where to start. Like, so like I'm now going back and just making folders for different like scenes. Okay, like going up a mountain folder, or water transition folder. It's ridiculous, but I think that's the only way my brain's gonna be able to put this little short movie together, is if I can pull from organized folders, because I just have so much footage, and I don't want to just slap it together to be done with it, because the Sierras were like so magical. Like, I want to do it justice and make something really cool. So we're doing that. And the other part is that damn trailer was so good for as short as it was. Like, I had a hard time starting this thing because I couldn't make it as cool as the trailer right away without using the same shots. And I used what I thought originally were like the worst shots for the trailer, but I'm like, man, that thing just is so smooth. But we'll get there. I'm gonna work on that movie some more. And I didn't stop shooting the blog videos. Like, all that footage still exists. It's just editing those videos is just getting so tough. And now that I've upped the mileage and I'm trying to really push myself, I'm coming into camp, like, by the time I set up my camp, get everything ready, I'm pretty pooped, cook dinner. Like, there hasn't been a lot of time to edit. That's been the problem, like, the bulk of my editing has been done, like, when I take like a Nero, which is a half a day in a town to resupply and shit like that. So but they're getting done. It still exists. I'm thinking with the bloggy stuff, it's probably gonna not drop till I finish this trip out, just because there's so much, and then I can just sit down at home, relax, and just mob through it. But the little movies, yeah, I love doing those. So I'm trying to hit those as hard as possible. We'll see how NorCal goes. Another thing I started doing a while back before the Sierras, and then I implemented again, is running every day. Like I had it to where I was running a couple miles a day in the desert, and then the Sierras were so fucking tough. Like running wasn't even like in my vocabulary, so I just kind of just did my thing in the Sierras. But I picked up the running again, and was this day 5? I think I'm like day 5 into NorCal, yeah. And I've already amped that up to running 5 miles a day, and now I'm making myself run uphill at least one of those 5 miles. That's something I started today. Oof on that. Why did I do that? I'll tell you why I did it. So Oregon, specifically southern half of Oregon, is super cruisy, as in like the mountains there are the less steep mountains of the whole PCT, and like the trail itself isn't that rocky. Like it's smooth dirt, not a lot of vert every day, so that's where you can like make up a lot of lost time. So my plan is to use NorCal like the gym and just use it to get ready for Oregon, just like I use the Sierras to get ready for all the rest of the strip. Like use it like a gym. So my plan is just keep upping how much I can run and how many miles I can do and how hard I can push myself without going over that cliff and bonking again. Like I need to find that fine line. I know it's a fine line. I need to ride that line where I can push myself every day, roll out of my tent every day and be like, I'm just gonna fucking kill it, and then go out there and specifically do that, just fucking kill it every day. So I'm gonna find that line. But when I hit Oregon, my plan is to already have my running vest, backpack ready to go right there at the border, and I'm gonna dump even more weight. I'm talking like, I'm not gonna have a coffee cup anymore, like, because I don't care if my coffee tastes like 3-day-old crusty mac and cheese. That means I saved 4 ounces by not carrying a cup. See, I'm practicing right now by drinking coffee out of my cooking pot. You know, just shit like that. Just maybe no clothes except for no additional clothes. Let's not be naked out here. No additional clothes except for just maybe an extra pair of shorts in case I shit myself or I rip my pants or something. You know, I already mailed my actual pants back. Like we were dumping weight for reals. Like, and just everything. But why I even brought that up is because I want to be able to run 30 miles a day, and I want to get through Oregon in 20 days. I'm challenging myself to do Oregon in 20 days, and that ends up being an average of 25 miles a day. But I have to resupply. I have to, like, there's going to be times where the water doesn't work out and I don't get as far as that, so I need to do extra the following. It's just got to average out to 25. And I want to take 1-0 halfway through Oregon, which is Sisters. So, like, I need to factor that in. So it ends up me needing to have to do like 30-mile days, which I'm excited to see if I can freaking do it. I mean, I turned 48 in like less than a month, or maybe a month. Like, the fact that I'm out here going as hard as I am is really surprised me. Like, I did not think my body can adjust and get in that good a shape that fast. Like, I know it's been 3 months, but like, this is the most fit I've ever been, for real. Like, it's pretty scary almost, and I want to see how hard I can, or how far I can push that. So the plan is run all the way through Oregon. But with that being said, I need to dump more weight, so I'm gonna ditch my iPad that I use for editing, and then my extra battery, and just keep one of my battery banks just for Oregon. Because if I can do Oregon in 20 days, I'll just still film. I'm still planning on filming just like I'm doing now, just like on the movies, blog, blah, 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 whatever. I'm going to film all of it and just keep it on those those micro SD cards. And then, because right after Oregon, I'm going to my best friend's wedding, and then that'll leave some time on the table where I can sit down and just crack out a bunch of videos, like an edit. You know what I mean? Like, not on trail. Because for iPads, like £1.50 pound, and both my battery packs are like £1.25 pound. So, I mean, it'll help. It'll make a big difference. Like I tried my running vest bag like the latter part of the desert, but I could never get light enough to do it. And this is the only way I'm going to be able to do it. And I'm just going to go full dirt bag. Like I want to know what it feels like to be an ultralight, like marathon style hiker on one of these trips. I've just always wanted to know what it feels like. I see people doing it, I see videos doing it, and Oregon's like my best opportunity to try it out and see if I can pull it off. So there won't be videos for a minute once I go through there, and then I'll dump a whole bunch of them. But yeah, I'm just blabbering now. I'm trying to think of what else I had going on. But yeah, I'm gonna go full dirtbag through Oregon. I'm talking like no extra nothing. Maybe an extra pair of socks, an extra pair of shorts. Dumping all the electronics except for my camera and one battery bank. And that's about all. I have nothing left to dump. Like, but it feels good. Like, man, I was able to. The last thing I scrapped was in Truckee, and that was the bear can. You legally don't need a bear can anymore. Oh yeah, bears. Yeah, forgot about that. So day 3, yeah, third evening of NorCal. I'm in there eating my tortilla soup in my tent because there's a lot of bugs. I was camped by a lake, and I heard this bear come in, and he was not very stealthy. Like we're talking bull in a china shop. I heard him coming in from a long time, but I didn't say anything because I figured maybe he was just meandering through. But no, he came right in my camp, probably smelled my soup, whatever. So I yelled at the top of my lungs from in my tent, "What the fuck are you doing?" And that bear jumped out of his skin and went right up a tree instead of running off. Well, problem being is he went right up the tree that's above my tent. So I'm like in there in my tent eating my tortilla soup with a bear above me now. And I heard his fat ass breaking all the branches as he's going up too. I'm like, holy shit, what just happened? Sounded like a fucking freight train. So I'm like, great, so now I got a bear above me. I can hear him, and I can hear him struggle busting with his claws too to like hang on for dear life. And I'm like, oh my god, now I have a scared bear above me. So I grabbed my headlamp and crossed my fingers and my toes and then hit him with my headlamp, and he did what, thank god, I was hoping he was going to do, which is just bugger out instead of like come at me. But yeah, he was gone. And let me tell you, that was a lot of bear. I'm not a bear expert, but I would put him at over 200 pounds, like maybe even like 250. Like it's a big bear. I was a little scared. I didn't expect that when I got out of my tent and hit him with the light. I didn't expect to see a bear that freaking big, but he was huge. But he buggered off. That was it. And then fast forward 2 more nights to last night, and then I had a bear that came into my camp twice, a little bastard, and he was just a little guy or girl or whatever, I don't know. It was just a juvenile bear. He came into my camp, yelled at him, and he buggered out. And then I heard him. He woke me up again, coming up to my, kind of close to my tent, and I was like, what the fuck? So I have this little night light that I clip on my tent at night, and then I just realized, I'm like, how did I get him out of here? I remember it has got like a strobe function and there's RGB on it. So like I put it on the end of my trekking pole, put it on strobe, and then put my trekking pole outside of my tent. And it's just sitting there flashing red, green, yellow, blue, or something like that. Red, green, yellow, blue, all night. And I never heard the bear come back. So he don't like the disco lights. That is a non-disco bear. Non-disco. So that worked. No more bears. So hopefully, I don't have any bears here tonight. I mean, this is a sick spot. I can give y'all a little tour. Let's check it out. So yeah, so I'm camped at like the last camp spot before Sierra City, which is like 4 miles away, because I didn't want to get a hotel. I don't need a hotel. And there's nowhere to stay there. It's like a really tiny town. But yeah, there's a cool bridge. Got water. You get some waterfall water, which I love, filling cups out of waterfall water. Little bench we were just taking this video on. My coffee cup. Show you mi casa. Yeah, I got stuff drying out here. I washed my gross ass feet earlier, which is good. Drying out my brand new insoles, which are badass, by the way. Those are actually snowboarding ones. And the guy at the gear shop was so nice. Oh my god, those guys are amazing. I forget the name of the shop, but it's the one that's furthest to the west in Truckee. Not a ton of hiking stuff compared to the other one. The people were amazing. Like, he let me try different insoles out for like an hour and like talked to me, told me all about them. He knew all about them, super knowledgeable. They even let me, after closing, like keep my battery banks in there and charge them. He wouldn't let me out of there without refilling my waters for me. Like, they rolled out the red carpet. So thank you guys if you ever see this video. But yeah, so these are snowboarding ones, which he actually recommended for some of this rocky section in NorCal because it's got a little more support than the green hiker ones that I got on your heel, which I rolled my foot twice running today, and both times like I was locked in. Like, these are nice. Good tip. And he says they'll last longer too than the hiker style. So yeah, got all my goodies here, doing a little cleanup, gonna get ready to cook some food. Always thinking of what I can ditch. Oh, I did get a new pad, by the way. So I started this trip out with an air pad. My arms just kept falling asleep. Like, I just couldn't get comfortable on those lightweight air pads. So then I went to those little Z pads, which is just foam that just folds out. You see hikers with those. That thing sucked. I mean, I did damn near 1,000 miles on it, but like my back was starting to pay the price. And like one time I laid on somebody's what is it called, self-inflating pads. They let me like lay on it and to see if I would like something like that, and I got pretty excited about it. And then when I was in Mammoth, I tried like 3 different ones out, just laying on them. The guy was nice, just letting some homeless looking dude in his store lay on all these pads. So and I was like, man, I think that's a style for me. They're kind of heavy, but anyways, when I got South Lake Tahoe, there's a consignment store there, and I found one. Let's see, let's scope her out. Found this orange one that's actually pretty light. It's probably just a little over a pound, but it's not very thick. It's like maybe 3/4 of an inch, but I sleep like a freaking baby on that thing. There's such a huge difference. Like, yeah, it's heavier than my Z Fold, but I'm getting good rest on it. So that's been a big change in my life, you know. And then between that and ditching gear and switching gear, like, oh yeah, so we can talk about my casa. I'm back to my Altaplex. This is a tent I started with in the desert, and it's a trekking pole tent, obviously, but it only weighs 14 ounces, and it's a sweet little tent. But for this Sierras, I got my bigger tent because I knew there's gonna be a lot of rocky shit to set up on where you're not gonna get stakes in the ground. And then also the big temperature swing, because you're up at elevation in the Sierras, I knew this little tent would condensate really bad. So I had my bigger tent for the Sierras, and that's a pound heavier. And then I had a 10-degree quilt for the Sierras, so I just switched out back to my 30. So this is an Alightment Equipment 30. And then my mom sewed loops, so it works with my Zenbivy sheet. Thank you, Mom. So I got that. I mean, right there, that's between the tent and the quilt, that's 2 pounds right there. I mean, that made a big difference. So, but yeah, every ounce that I can dump makes me feel that much better. So I'm pretty stoked to get my running set up right in Oregon. So we're gonna just cruise. Oh, and I better mention this too, so he can't fucking take it back. So my buddy Dan, I don't think he's been in a couple of my videos, maybe. He's my little Canadian buddy. I shall call him Canadan. I just made that up, but I haven't seen him yet to tell him. He's only a couple days behind me, and he's the only mother trucker I've met out here that's just crazy enough to try something like, let's run through Oregon in 20 days or something stupid, like one of my ideas always are. And so I called him this morning when I had bars on top of a mountain. I just happened to hit it right when he had bars on top of Mountain, and he answered, and I was like, yo, what are you doing, fool? Where are you at? And he's told me he's 2 days behind me. Okay, so my camera died mid-video there. So I had to get it on a charger and then go back and see where it left off and where it died. I got scared because that was like a 30-minute video and I had no idea that my camera died. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta shoot that whole thing again. I haven't even started cooking dinner, blah, blah, blah. But checked it out and I was almost done anyway. So I'm just gonna put a little ending on this right here. It looked like we were talking about my buddy Dan before it died, but yeah, he's 2 days behind me. He says he's all in for trying something stupid like running through Oregon, all crazy style. So that's the plan. He's fast. He's only 25 or something like that. So he'll catch me probably here in the next week or so, I would imagine. But I don't know. If I keep on adding miles though, been doing pretty good. So link up with him and we're gonna hit Oregon and we're just gonna like bomb through it. It'll be crazy. Like it'll be fun. Like people are probably gonna look at us when we pull up in town and be like, oh no, are they gonna like pillage the streets and burn the village or what's going on? I don't know. I just want to be hardcore and just try that for a while. So yep, that's the plan. Be running through Oregon. I got a birthday coming up real soon, like hint hint, anybody out there in Facebook land. So I wear a size 5-day resupply with food resupply. So yeah, no, this shit's expensive, but we're making it work. I'm lucky to have family that like hella supports me out here and help me do this thing. So but yeah, if anybody is thinking birthday shit, like it's food. So that's what keeps me going out here. So but yeah, I think I'll cut out right now. I just wanted to explain why you'll see a little, or saw a little blip when I splice these two videos together since the other one died. But yeah, I'm gonna hit Sierra City tomorrow. Spend probably half a day chilling there in town working on that Sierra movie that I keep promising. Hopefully put a good dent in that and then just keep mobbing. So all right, thanks for tuning in. I know this is a long video, but I appreciate anybody that watched the whole damn thing.